The Wreck of the Vigilance by Michael H. Payne. The depths of space in silence spread, extend to distant specks of light. Avoid their sparkle, watch instead your tether, keep your soul alive. She first appeared on scope a slight disturbance, smear of punctured drive, a cloud of radiation's blight that flickered, promised nothing good. The captain called, "If some survive, they're ours to take. It's understood, as recompense. They won't deprive their rescue party what we're due." Alone, I didn't grin. I should and ought to laugh and scheme, I knew. The others did, declared they would delight in owning slaves for once. Grotesque, I thought it through and through, the salvage laws that turned these hunts away from mercy, stalwart, true, and made them awful, crushing raids. Complaints had got me called a dunce and earned me beatings. Pretty glades of chirping birds are lies and fronts, my mates informed me. None exist. We work among the sharpest blades, the knives of vacuum's constant twist. We enter space, embrace the shades, and know that death's about assured. So shut your gob! They slashed my wrist and smashed my nose. It's plain absurd to play the brave philosophist opposing practicality. For salvage law is holy word, and every spacer must agree. Our life up here's not worth a turd, so saving one, it's yours to own. I shut my gob, and apathy descended, took me, heart and bone. Besides, with space a massive sea of nothing, wrecks were seldom met. Until today, I took my zone, ignored the chat that filled the net, my shipmates' drooling monotone, abuzz with warped, perverted hope. Except the news was bad. Upset, the captain said, "The blasted scope reports the ship's an oubliette, with nothing living, like as not." A groan arose to mourn and mope. Deflated, still the captain thought we ought to check the hulking slope, whose name, we saw, was Vigilance. They joked the ship was diddly squat, so I should head across to dance in radiation's happy spot, in case the scope was wrong. The captain nodded. "There's a chance. So yeah, you go, but don't be long. And don't forget, you pustulence, you find a thing, it's shares for all." I donned my suit. The watching throng delivered cracks, a caterwaul. I checked my tether, tight and strong, and jetted over, met the wreck. Throughout the hulk, from hall to hall, I found their bodies mixed with dreck. The mining scow had less to trawl than any ship I'd ever seen. I thanked the stars, then went to check the final door. I hoped latrine or some abandoned cargo deck. Instead, a movement caught my eye. A suited figure jammed between some fallen girders, skewed awry. It struggled, pushed to stretch and lean. The helmet turned. I saw her face. My headset crackled, caught my sigh. "Report," the captain said. "The place?" She mouthed it clearly. "Let me die." I turned and sent, "There's nothing here." Outside, I caught my tether's lace, returned while laughter stabbed my ear. They stripped me, scanned me, found no trace of radiation. So we left. Forget? I couldn't. Haunted, mere existence, hollow, lacking heft. I dreamed her face awash with fear, and smelled her voice of blood and dust. To think they'd call my actions theft instead of murder. Raw disgust consumed me, tore my soul. Bereft of numbness, feelings burst within. At planetfall, the crew nonplussed, I broke my contract, quite the sin, surrendered all I held in trust, and walked away to start anew. to shred the salvage laws. Begin campaigning. Stop them. Change. Redo. Their rationale is less than thin, a legal state that's worse than dead. The depths of space can so unglue the mind, the simple horrors bred in human hearts can stand for true. Resist and reaffirm what's right.